So I stood at the back of the hall. When they welcomed the Holy Spirit, boom, straight out the exit. Went back to my room. But I was really, really cheesed off, angry with myself. I was walking back to the room, just hating myself. I just thought, that's it, you're never ever going to be this changed. You're just the same person. Everything's going to just be the way it's always been. Went in my bedroom, laid on the bed, uncontrollable crying. I was bouncing when I was crying, and then I'd have a period where I was just laying still, but the water was just flowing from my eyes. It was amazing. And then I just felt a presence in the room. A lovely, comfortable presence, not, you know, what's that, you know, that kind of stuff. I was drawn to, when I went away, I took some pictures and sort of little cards that people gave me, and I was drawn to my bedside cabinet, and there was like, the words "don't quit," and there was another one, "you'll never walk alone." I just felt like I was being drawn to these words, you know, and I just felt this bigger presence in the room. And I'm thinking, hold up, the Holy Spirit's followed me out of that hall. It's coming to my room. So someone gave me this a little card. It's like a bookmarker. It's called the Light of the World, and it's a painting by Holman Hunt. Basically, you probably know this, but the actual painting's Jesus stood outside a door, and the door's got no handle. Obviously, you're on the inside. You open the door and invite him in. So at this time, when I felt this happening in the room, I said, Jesus, the door's open. If that's you, I've took it off the hinges. You know, come into my life. And I just felt this mass presence. It was like I was floating. It was amazing. It lasted quite a long time as well. After that, I went with another friend, an ex-offender, who I met that weekend, Michael. Went into my van, prayed, laid down my sins, asked for forgiveness. I went home that weekend just feeling a completely different person. Comfort, peace, that kind of stuff. One of the things when I was having my treatment was a psalm that someone sent me. Just pick a couple of bits out of it. It's called Psalm 40, it's a song of praise. It meant a lot to me because, well, the words, I waited patiently for the Lord's help. Then he listened to me and he heard me cry. He pulled me out of a dangerous pit, out of the deadly quicksand. He set me safely on a rock and made me secure. He taught me to sing a new song, a song of praise to our God. Many who will see this will take warning and will put their trust in the Lord. And then I'll skip a few, and at the end, basically, this is the part where I'm sort of stood in front of you. In the assembly of all your people, Lord, I told the good news that you saved me. You know that I will never stop telling it. I've not kept the secret of your salvation to myself. I've always spoken of your faithfulness and help. In the assembly of all your people, I have not been silent about your loyalty and your constant love. Lord, I know you will never stop being merciful to me. Your love and loyalty will always keep me safe. That's a psalm that I repeatedly said every single day. Strangely enough, at the time I didn't know I'd be stood in church speaking of his wonderful salvation. It's probably been now 10 months since the chemo finished. I've had 2 scans and I'm still clean, which is fantastic. I'll probably have to, I think for the next 5 years, I think it's for the first 2 years every 6 months, and then it stretches out for yearly scans. I do feel quite confident. One of the things I really do feel confident, this might be a lot for some people to take in. 4 months into my chemotherapy, remember I told you that my grandmother died 8 years ago. Since she died, I've never been able to stay in her house. I'd go in there for a short while, she isn't in her chair, and I'd have to walk out because I start filling up. But my grandfather said, look, can you stay, son? Just stay one night, please, just stay one night. I said, okay. So, went to bed, me and my other half. I'm laying in bed, and in the middle of the night, I just sat bolt upright, and there was a beam of light coming out from the ceiling and moving in my tummy. And next to the bed, who I perceived to be as Jesus, how we look at him in pictures and stuff, was stood next to my bed like that. And I looked and went, I just thought, I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. this can't be happening. I laid down, I closed my eyes. I must have left it for 2 minutes, and then just one eye opened bravely, and it was still going on. And that for me was just a rubber stamp miracle. Obviously healing my cancer, and just rubber stamping everything that I had. Changed my life in so many ways. I'm more peaceful, more love, no hate for anybody, all the wrongdoers that have been done to me, and the things I've obviously done wrong to other people as well. The anger has gone. My swearing's probably stopped, I would say, by 80 to 90%. Without even realising, you know. It used to be the F's and the C's, and they very, very rarely come out. One of the things, I come across a problem just before Christmas, putting up some scaffolding on a house, and we was parked just past someone's drive in Teddington, and a gentleman comes out and says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Morning, sir." I said, "We're just putting a scaffold up next door but Mum." And he went, "What about me drive?" I said, "No, I'm not going your drive." And we were past his drive, past the drop curb. He went, "All right," walked in like that. Carried on. I thought, oh, fair enough, he's already having a bad morning. Carried on walking back forwards, materials. Then the wife comes out. She starts giving me verbal. She said, "When am I going to get my car out?" I said, "Oh, sorry, madam." I said, "What I'll do, when you're ready to come out, I'll stop the traffic." She went, "Oh, it's not good enough." Goes back in. Next thing, my phone rings. It's my office. She obviously didn't realise I was a boss because I was scaffolding. I just had some woman on the phone. "So you've been telling her to F and C and this, that and the other." And I just thought, "I don't think so." And I said, she obviously doesn't. She's lying, because I hadn't. I was really calm. Reason being is, one, obviously, you know, I've got God in my life. Two, lead by example. I've got 3, 4 scaffolders with me. You know, and how good would it be if I, you know, and they were looking thinking, "How comes he ain't done nothing yet? It's just, you know, it's not Gary." I'd be lying if I stood here and didn't say it didn't enter my mind. You know, the gentleman in the end was up to my face, swearing in my face. And I just had visions of biting his face and rattling across the floor, you know, and his wife as well, just too much, but I didn't, and I held my calm. And then just when I thought it was over, the police rolled up. Yeah, they phoned the police as well. But my men after just were so amazed, and they went, "Gee, there's something in that God, isn't there? Because there's no way in the world that we would have done that, and I know you wouldn't have done that." So it's changed my life in many ways. I'm happy with what I got, or in this case, what I haven't got. You know, all the fancy stuff's gone. I've never been happier than what I am in my life now. 3 weeks ago, I got me flat. Just got myself a little 2-bedroom flat after being in the caravan for 18 months. And I basically stood here, I find, as a miracle, you know, from above, most definitely. And well, thanks for listening to my story, and it was a pleasure being here and being invited by Chris, and thanks for your time. God bless you all.